all my homies hate toilet tower defense. Well, not really, because I play it every day. But here are the top 10 reasons why people would hate toilet tower defense. If you agree with anything on this list, leave a comment down below what you agree with and why, or if I forgot anything. And most importantly, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 65,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Either way, let's get to number 1. We got number 1. Let's just rip it off like a band-aid. This is the one that we all knew was on this list. And it's the most obvious one. And it's going to be the microtransactions versus the pay-to-win feature in toilet tower defense. For example, debatably the coolest unit in the game that has the coolest unique ability that adds a layer of depth to the game costs 700 Robux, which is equivalent of essentially $10. That is buying breakfast for anyone, anywhere. That is not a small amount of money. As someone that doesn't buy Robux all the time, having to go out of my way just to try this unit that's super unique and cool, it doesn't really seem fair. On top of this, the literal best starting unit in the game, the camera, the green laser cameraman. Why did I say the camera? The green laser cameraman only comes in the toilet starter pack. Yeah, sure, they make it bundled with 2,000 coins and, oh, get 200 gems. You know, they palette it and make it seem like, oh, it's such a good deal, but you're still having to pay $5 to get the best starting unit in the game. That is a microtransaction, and it's pay to win, and they're just like Preston from Pet Sim X or Pet Sim 100, Pet Sim 99. Let's move on to number 2. Coming in at number 2, this is a small one, so I'll keep it short, but it was changing Toilet Lab. Like, dude, what is this place, man? It looks bad. Toilet Lab used to be everyone's favorite map, mainly because of the layout of it. I mean, sure, it might not have aesthetically been pleasing, but it was the best track in everyone's favorite map. Well, not everyone's, but most people's favorite map. But they changed it to look like this dumpster fire. It literally looks like I'm in a warehouse, which, I mean, it's fitting because you're sipping out toilets, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. That's one of the reasons why people hate toilet tower defense. People were so ready for a massive update, and I remember whenever this update came out, this was like the only change that happened, and this is when they made the game super pay to win. That was when everyone kind of took a major step back from the game, because everyone was like, is this really happening right now? So a mix of the microtransactions with just a really bad update with them changing the favorite map. This is one of the things that people hate about toilet tower defense for sure. Can we get number 3? We'll go ahead and stay on in this place for it. But can we get number 3? And in my opinion, this is like the most obvious thing that toilet tower defense currently does wrong. And that's going to be its lack of innovation. Why would you stay around and play toilet tower defense when you have games like Skibidi Tower Defense and other tower defense games that are literally innovating, adding new units, adding new maps, adding new features, and redefining tower defense games every single day? Toilet tower defense just happened to penetrate and get into the market at the perfect time, and that's why it's everyone's favorite. Because when push comes to shove, they've gotten a lot better, but they have like 2 developer team. Most other tower defense games have way more. And yes, I know tower defense is trying their best and doing everything, but being the literal most popular tower defense game Roblox has ever seen, and this is your regular production, is kind of insane. I don't think people realize this. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars being made on this game, and they have yet to still invest in a bigger development team. It's impressive, sure, but it is still literally insane to me. And the lack of innovation is why some of my friends be hating toilet tower defense. Also, make sure you guys stay around to number 7. Things get a little bit heated. As the reason why me and all my homies hate toilet tower defense, but not really though, is gonna be bad/mid updates. So, I would say the April Fool's update was actually a nice surprise and a good change of pace. I wasn't expecting it, and on top of it, it was actually pretty solid. However, the Easter update kind of sucked. Just a lot of the updates in the past have just been super lazy. One of the reasons why I know a lot of people didn't like the Easter update compared to the Christmas update is because of a silly reason though. Oh, there's an update that comes out tomorrow. Nice. But I know a lot of people didn't like the Easter update compared to the Christmas update because the units were just weaker. As you can see here, what was the main thing that in the Easter event that made it worse/mid compared to the Christmas ones? And as you can see, most people said units weren't as good as Christmas, And the second one is Easter event should have gave more eggs, which I completely agree with. And as you can see right here, was the event pass for the Easter one good? And it was okay, not as good as the first one. I think it's just because the Christmas one aged like fine wine. And at that point in time, everyone was just in a good mood for Christmas. And it was the environment and mix of everything. However, I would say the Ohio mode was a really good innovation to the game. But at the same time, when games like Skibidi Tower Defense are adding where you can like have boost or what is it, like the personality traits to your units, it makes things like Ohio mode look silly in comparison. You are the literal biggest tower defense game. You can redefine tower defense as it is. They don't do that. Let's move on to number 5. Coming in number 5 as to why some people hate toilet tower defense is the post office. There have been a lot of people that I know about and have had stories, and I've been on the receiving end of people sending out units and hoping that they get signed by a YouTuber. There is still very many mythical, legendaries, Robux units, exclusive units in the post office that will never get sent back ever. Ever. And a lot of people hate that because even though Plantrix and the post office clearly states, do not send it to people because they don't have to send it back, people still do and wonder why their unit got lost forever. But I just know some people hate it because, you know, they, for example, someone like, well, wait a minute. This guy says you better subscribe or he'll watch you when you... Well, that wasn't what we were looking for. Or this guy, for example, Billy Jam. He really wanted his Santa TV man to get signed. Billy Jam worked really hard for the Santa TV man. But he decided to send it to me and say, sign please. I can't even sign units, bro. And that's why Billy Jam 06 hates toilet tower defense. Yo ho ho. Let's move on to number 6. Coming in at number 6 as to why people hate toilet tower defense. And this is slightly out of TTD's control as a lot of games have the same problem. But that is going to be scammers and toilet tower defense. The amount of times that I've seen people up in the chat try to pretend that they are TTD partner, or they pretend that they have a unit that they don't, or say, oh, I'm trading this, or I'm trading this for that, and then don't, is insane. So many people are always trying to get the leg up on other people, or people that are just making trades that are just not fair and don't make sense. The one good thing is that you cannot cheat the marketplace. The marketplace cannot be cheated. Also, the microwave man now costs 10 gems. I'd like to think I'm the reason for that. Thank you. But just beware of TTD scams. Most people are always trying to get a leg up. Not many people are actually trying to help you. Don't forget that. Just remember that. And we're about to move on to number 7. And this is easily my most heated take for sure. So let's move on to number 7. /unprofessionalism of some of the developers and the team of toilet tower defense. And if you wonder what I'm talking about, or you're like, Hopeless, what do you mean by that? Let me explain. So imagine a world where you have creators playing your game every day, getting hundreds of thousands of views for you, to get more people to play your game, consistently pushing content out for your game, and in return you're like, you know what, we'll give you partner, we'll let you sign people's units in the game, which is a cool little feature and a nice scratch on the back to YouTubers that play their game. However, you know, YouTubers control their own account. They can post whatever they want. They can choose how they perform their own content. However, imagine being a toy tower defense developer, but you don't like that they post whatever they want, even though it's their channel. So what do? You take away their ability to sign units. Yep, that's right. They did it to Bemi. They did it to Digito. And the worst that I ever saw was with Mr. Bitcoin. Mr. Bitcoin lost his just by following Skibidi Tower Defense. How? How is that okay and how is that fair? Obviously, the developers can do whatever they want. They can justify whatever they want. There's a reason why I've probably never been partnered and why I probably never will be partnered. Dude, I'm making a video right now of top 10 reasons why people hate toilet tower defense. Of course I'm not going to get partnered. They don't want to give me that. But taking away the ability to sign units from our favorite YouTubers is part of the reason why people hate toilet tower defense. So give me partner, please. Coming in number 8, this one's obvious. This is super monotonous and over-grindy gameplay without having any form of a storyline whatsoever. It's getting to a point where it's hard to log on to toilet tower defense every single day because it's just a little bit boring. A lot of the main appeal to toilet tower defense for a lot of people isn't even playing the game anymore. It's the social aspect of it and the fact that they made friends playing this game, or they just want to get that new rare and unique unit that they haven't been able to get their hands on. and they're just forced to grind the game because they don't have a choice or a chance of getting the unit literally any other way. I've said it once, I've said it twice. It would be so cool if there was like a roadmap story mode for Toilet Tower Defense and they had like unique bosses and storylines and cutscenes and voice actors. I think that's something that Toilet Tower Defense could do and redefine, because there's also so much lore to Skibidi Toilet that they easily could do that if they wanted to. However, they still neglect that. They don't go against the norm. They're doing what works for them, that has worked for them. So we will not see anything like that soon. So that's number 8. Coming in at number 9 is not something that I necessarily agree with, but I know a lot of people have said this about TTD. And that's that the toxic community is, well, toxic. I'm going to join a random Discord server and Toilet Tower Defense and see what kind of toxicity happens when I ask if I can get a free unit. I'm so nervous to do this. Let's just join in general. Let's just join general and see what people are up to, all right? All right. I'm in the server. I don't speak that guy's language. All right, nothing bad's happening in this channel, so we're good over here. Let's see what happens when I join this duo's chat. They didn't seem that toxic to me. They seemed like they were all just hanging out, having a good time. I didn't notice anything wrong or weird or strange about that, but that was just one minor interaction out of thousands that have probably happened in Toilet Tower Defense. On top of this, of all the scams that have happened in TTD, that's where it mainly happens, by the way. That's where a lot of the scams happen, is from Discord, because it's a lot easier to trick someone if they can actually hear your voice, let alone see your face, because then you're just way more convincing that way. So, toxic community is number 9. That's why some people hate Toilet Tower Defense. However, I don't really agree with it. And coming in at number 10, why people hate Toilet Tower Defense is because Hoplas still isn't a partner. I'm kidding. But there's a lot of things that I could say that I could add as to why I hate Toilet Tower Defense. I don't actually hate Toilet Tower Defense. I think the game's fine. It's what I do every single day. And to a degree, I still do enjoy playing it. I do look forward to the updates. And if you're someone that likes Skibidi Toilet, you'll love Toilet Tower Defense. It makes sense. The microwave man is cool. But the biggest thing as to why people hate Toilet Tower Defense is because they haven't added a feature for Hoplas to go on a date with the camera woman yet. Leave a comment on Talantric's video. Add date simulator for Hoplas. He wants to take the camera woman out on a date. If you guys could let Talantrix know that, maybe he could hook me up. That would be amazing. Yeah, just send him this voice clip really fast. Be like, yo, Hopeless needs to Riz. He's a Rizzler. He's been mewing every single day for 24 hours straight. Just give him a shot. I would greatly appreciate that. I got the hand cam on for the outro. I feel like it's like a personal thing between us. Is this intimate? Do you feel closer to me now that you can see my hands? People made fun of my nails last time. Totally justified. I do have long nails. No particular reason. That's the truth. But either way, without further ado, that is gonna be it for this video. Hopefully none of you guys hate Toilet Tower Defense too much, because I enjoy you guys watching my content. However, I just thought it was going to be a fun video to make after kind of 2 mid updates back to back. Your words, not mine. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys click the video that's currently on the screen to keep up with all the Hopeless related content. And make sure you subscribe and leave a comment on the video with what you agree with, what you disagree with, and everything along those lines. And guys, I will see you guys tomorrow for the episode 72 part 2 update. And until then, I am going to go dig a grave and put myself in it. All right, bye.